Hey everybody, and welcome to the week ahead read for the 15th through the 21st of February 2026. So as with these, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Randy Morningstar 747 on TikTok, Randy Mentalca 93 on YouTube, the Mentalca Experience on Facebook. I'm going to do one card for the beginning of the week, one card for the middle of the week, and one card for the end of the week. I'm going to go as long as I can on this one because it's a week ahead, not a day. And I'm confident I can go a little bit longer. So we have for the beginning of the week the Star reversed. So what this means is there's a lot of delays in wishes, instant gratification wanted, which is delaying progress. So if you're wanting something right away and you're not seeing why you don't get it, and you're constantly in the state of want, I want, me, mine, now, it's going to end up causing a lot of rifts. It's going to cause a ripple effect. It's going to cause it more time to take to get there. It's going to cause a slowdown in emotional healing and soul clearing to be able to get you what you wish and get you what you need. The answer you seek for the beginning of the week is no, because there's still work to be done within yourself, in your emotions, and your empathy, and your soul work, and your spirit work, in where you hold yourself, in your frequency that needs work. There's a lot of frequency clearing that needs to happen, working on mysteries and allure, working on uncovering the mysteries that need to be uncovered and understanding why certain things are meant to remain mysteries. Oh my goodness. It looks like there's going to be some form of refusal to be vulnerable for fear of emotional intimacy, or the fear of not being loved back the same way you love them, or fear of coming out to family or friends due to judgment, or due to their ignorance about the topic, or due to their lack of empathy towards that type of community. It looks like refusing to stand up for yourself can be hindering progress. Refusing to conform to the binary and to the gender roles of others and to the religious roles of how that others throw upon you can also be highly affecting the energies. Looks like introspection along with self-actualization, self-realization will be wise. It looks like during the beginning of the week, between the hours of 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, and 9 in the afternoon, there's going to be an overflow of emotions, or it seems like there might be a numb of emotions due to refusing your starseed, or refusing your soul journey, or not doing what you've told your guides or told yourself you've been wanting to do or you've been doing. You've been neglecting your responsibilities. You've been neglecting yourself. It looks like you could use a little bit of reality going on and going forward. Hopeful bliss and idealistic views of how things are meant to be and how things should be and how things should have been can hinder your progress, especially for those that are thinking more so for themselves and have a more conservative outlook on life and a conservative outview on things. Rigidity on worldviews can hinder progress, so make sure that you're more open-minded. Avoiding your intuition practices, or refusing intuitive guidance, or refusing the role of an intuitive guide can be very telling and can showcase where energy can flow. Don't waste energy on souls and spirits and emotions that serve you no purpose. Make sure that you are moving forward. 4 non-blondes stick out for a band. black metal sticks out. Stone Temple Pilots. And Styx stick out for bands that might help you analyze the energies, or help you manifest, or help you calm down, or help you better understand and deepen your understanding. It looks like naivety about how soul cleanses work, or how spirit works, or how manifesting your wish works can be hindering your progress. Especially before the end of the second day, so before even the 16th is up, by like 9 p.m. Here you might see some big impact surrounding like manifesting, or dreams, or dream work, or path work. When you have trouble remembering your dreams, and you're having amnesia moments, or you're having times where you're being absent-minded, or you black out, or you whine out, just try to get back to yourself. Try to get back to your center. Abstract thought can be a very valuable tool, especially when you are using it correctly and using it wisely. Let's see. Doing the meditations, but then refusing to act and practice on them, or refusing to analyze them, or refusing to learn from them can hinder progress. Not speaking about emotions can hinder progress. Speaking about emotional turmoils and then refusing clarity can also be hindering progress. So if you've ever said you don't feel like someone loves you and they ask you why and you won't answer, that can hinder progress. If you say, I don't love you anymore, and they ask why and you don't answer, that hinders progress. There needs to be open communication and clear-cut transparency within the connection, or it may not work. Transparency is key, and be careful what you wish for. This is a moment in time where you can refine your wording, change up your boundaries, make sure that you can write the right sigils, make sure that you're doing the correct symbolism, make sure that you are manifesting not only what you want but what you need, and make sure that you know that whatever your wish is, you'll get exactly that. So be careful what you wish for, and make sure that you use the proper wording. Law of word choice and law of thought, along with law of frequency, are going to be your most valued assets for the first half of the week, especially between the second and the fifth day of the, or second and fourth day of the week. So between like the 16th and the 18th. Refusing to cut your hair, or refusing to follow the typical aesthetic roles and aesthetic norms of like the beauty privilege, and having the luxury of clean water and all that. Make sure that you watch your footing, make sure that you stay grounded, make sure that you are watching where you step, watching who you speak to, watching your respect factor. Childish analytics can be hindering progress, so analyze a little bit more clearer, work on your comprehension skills. Logistics training can help. Leisure activities, games, and fun need to be put into the mix somewhere within the week as well. Childhood activities, childhood games, leisure activities, convenience stores and convenience items. So like going to the convenience store for a soda or a pack of cigarettes. Try to delay impulsive buys and impulsive spending habits. Especially for those that are like holding on to like interpersonal relationships, or have a long-term goal in mind, or are seeking higher education, or are in higher education classes. In the middle of the week, we have the Chariot. So what this means is you have two choices in front of you. You can wallow in it, or you can move forward. You can accept it, or you can deny it. You can speak positively or negatively about it, but you're in control of the situation. Whether or not you can control the animosity around you, or the demonization, or the ostracization, whether you can control your impulses of being a white knight or coming to someone's rescue. It looks like there's going to be some form of self-discipline and self-control that's going to be needed throughout the middle of the week, especially between day 2 and day 5. So that is between the 16th and the 19th. It looks like there's going to be some form of horse blinders on, or training going on about like spiritual warfare, or emotional turmoil that might be hindering progress due to black and white thinking of other people, or things that are outside of anybody's control, or like all or nothing thinking and mentality. It looks like there's a lot of like Leo energy within the middle of the week. So drama, theatrics, creative arts, team leader positions, and leading the team come to mind. Those that work best alone but can lead a team if necessary are going to be able to step up today. They're going to be able to step into their power and be able to step into a position of authority, especially for those that are savvy with money matters and money management and being able to have a happy financial affair. It looks like advocation of children and childhood education, and childhood affairs, along with core values are going to be important. So whatever you valued as a kid, whatever you valued as a child in terms of like behaviors or hobbies or passions, can lead you to healing the karma that is still around you from like a death in the past life, or from what happened like shortly after your soul arrived here on this life cycle. Between 5 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon is the most impacted day through the middle of the week. So that's from the 16th through the 19th, it looks like. Athena comes to mind. Goddesses of horses come to mind. So like Freya, I believe. Poseidon, if I'm remembering correctly. Or Neptune, one of the two. It looks like having a steady hand and making sure that you're not having the reins become too loose to where they become wild, and not choking the reins so much that nobody can move. So work on your restrictions and your boundaries and your barriers surrounding physical relationships, emotional ties, soul bonds, and divine connections. This will help you alleviate a lot of stress and alleviate a lot of the problem surrounding your inner child wound. It looks like healing from toxic positivity and motherhood wounds, and those that were female role models is still present and still prominent throughout the week as well. Looks like from day 1 all the way through day 6, there's going to be some form of heavy impact due to your self-discipline, and due to the choices you make, and due to the path that you have led the horses between day 1 and day 6. So between the 15th and the 20th, how you treat your relationship with money, how you treat your core values, how you heal your inner child, and how you treat business endeavors, and those that are more educated than you will tell a lot about you. Anyone that was born at the end of the Aquarius season or at the beginning of the Leo season, especially July Leos, there's going to be a lot of responsibility and obligations that feel like they're going to be resting on your shoulders. This is especially true for those that are born between the 25th or 24th of the month and the 7th of the month, in those time frames. So in Aquarius time and in Leo time. It looks like there's going to be a lot of metaphysics, needing practice, cunning strategy, ambition, pride, courage, solo acts, taking accountability and taking initiative without anybody having to tell you to do so. Being a self-starter would be helpful. And finally, at the end of the month, we have the Queen of Swords. So what we have here is somebody that's not going to stand for your nonsense, somebody that's going to cut you off if you don't serve them anymore, someone that's going to not put up with your I don't knows and your who cares and your I'm not going to answer yous, while still allowing you like your Fifth Amendment rights of silence, while still allowing you to speak up and speak freely. They're just not going to put up with your excuses or your petty shit no more. It looks like the answer you seek is no, because you're needing to assert yourself more, you're needing a rest, you need to have some relaxation time for your mental health, especially for those that are dealing with like hidden forces or dark forces, those that have a lot of unplanned visits happening or unseen circumstances popping up, those that have a lot of maturity and the emotions will need to be able to close our eyes, take a breath, and be able to not be bothered by outside world for a little bit. Dispositions about how you appear to others, along with noting your self-pleasures and how they tie into your core values and how that core value shapes how you spend your money, can be very important as well. It looks like there's going to be some form of emotional ties or emotional wounds that are going to need to be surfaced before anything major can happen. It looks like there's a fear of trusting the wrong person or trusting someone. There is a lack of action due to sexual tension. There's a lack of sex due to a lack of action. There is a lack of emotional ties due to overwhelming emotions or suppressed emotions. So working through your emotions, working through your feelings, working through your perceptions of your values and how you hold other people accountable. Your partnerships within the week are going to be affected, mostly in like those that live independently, those that own their own business, those that take care of themselves, those that don't have to rely on banks or other financial resources for assistance in any way, shape, or form. Working on maintaining a healthy body frame and a healthy eating dynamic would help. It looks like love affairs, love endeavors, and love relationships are going to be on the mind. But if you're constantly working or you're constantly avoiding acting toward your wish, you're not going to have it happen. Belief plus action equals manifest. So if you're not acting on the manifest, or you don't believe in yourself and you don't have the faith, it's going to come up empty-handed. Genuine arguments and being able to speak your mind faithfully will be very wise and beneficial for the week as well. Towards the end of the week, it looks like you're starting to get your footing, you're starting to relax a little bit, you're starting to be able to at least sit down if you can't breathe very well. It looks like blues are going to be very important. Yellows are going to be very important. And greens are going to be very important for the color schemes, the color psychology, aura colors, flag colors that might be highly impacted. So if you have green, yellow, or blue in your flag, or all three, you might be highly affected towards the end of the week, needing a rest, needing your mind to be able to have a second to itself, cutting out toxic behaviors or toxic entities, or exercising and banishing those around you that are toxic to your housing, toxic to your living situation, toxic to your financial budget. It looks like giving your mind a rest about money situations and about worries of money and worries of performative actions, like having people worried that they're saying one thing and meaning another that's affecting your money. Like they're saying that you have to move out in 7 months, but then they don't correct themselves if you can stay longer, or they're telling you that you can stay longer while telling another person that you only have 6 months. It's one of those things that you just need to let go and let live, and just sit with your emotions and don't force them to leave, don't force them to stay. But once they have served their purpose, make sure that you are able to come out of your emotional state without taking things too personally. Work on your objective reality, and pay attention to any Aquarian energy or Aquarius energy throughout the week. Aquarius and Leo energy are prominent throughout the week, so make sure that you pay attention to any guides like that, anybody that has that kind of energy, anybody that has those archetypes, or anybody that reminds you of that kind of star sign or that kind of energy or that kind of personality. But that's what I get for the 15th through the 21st to 26th of February. As always with these, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Thanks for joining.